Welcome to Wonder Tales for Kids, where magical stories come alive to spark imagination and teach valuable lessons. Through enchanting adventures, we help children discover kindness, creativity, and the wonders of our world. Each tale is crafted to inspire young minds while entertaining them with unforgettable characters and exciting journeys. Join us for stories that make learning fun, and don't forget to like and subscribe to support our channel. Today's adventure takes us deep into Whispering Woods, where we'll meet Melody the Magpie and discover what happens when her love for shiny treasures goes too far. Together with her forest friends, she'll learn important lessons about caring for nature, the magic of recycling, and how sharing makes everything better. So settle in, little dreamers, as we begin our tale of transformation, teamwork, and sparkling surprises. Chapter 1. The Magpie's Marvelous Collection. High in the branches of an ancient oak tree lived Melody, a cheerful magpie with feathers as glossy as midnight and white patches that gleamed like fresh snow. Her bright eyes sparkled with excitement whenever she spotted something shiny, and oh, how she loved shiny things. Her nest wasn't like any ordinary bird's home. It glittered and gleamed with her treasures. Every morning, Melody would stretch her wings and set off on her daily treasure hunt through Whispering Woods. She'd swoop down to collect lost buttons from forest paths, bottle caps that caught the sunlight, pieces of crinkly tinfoil, and even broken bits of jewelry that hikers had dropped. Each new find made her heart flutter with joy as she carefully carried it back to add to her ever-growing collection. Chapter 2. When Treasures Become Troubles. High above in the old oak tree, Melody's nest groaned under the weight of her collection. Shiny bottle caps, crumpled foil, and plastic trinkets spilled over the edges like a waterfall of glitter. One by one, her precious treasures tumbled down, creating a cascade of clutter that rained upon the forest floor below. The rabbit family hopped out for their morning stretch, only to find their burrow entrance completely blocked by metal cans and plastic containers. Papa Rabbit pushed and pushed, but the pile wouldn't budge. Meanwhile, the squirrels chittered in frustration as layers of aluminum foil covered their carefully stored acorns, making breakfast impossible to reach. Down by the crystal stream, baby birds chirped in distress. Their tiny wings had become tangled in long strips of shiny foil that sparkled like silver ribbons. The once clear water now carried floating pieces of colourful plastic, turning the bubbling brook murky and sad. The Whispering Woods, known for its natural beauty, was becoming an unwanted treasure chest. Throughout the forest, worried whispers spread from tree to tree. The deer couldn't find clean grass to graze, the butterflies had nowhere safe to land, and even the wise old owl struggled to see through the glittering mess. Every creature wondered the same thing. How could they save their beloved home from drowning in Melody's overflow of treasures? Chapter 3. The Wise Owl's Evening Visit. As the golden sun dipped below the treetops, painting the sky in shades of purple and orange, a silent shadow glided through the forest. Oliver the Wise Owl, with his magnificent feathers and large amber eyes, swooped gracefully toward Melody's tree. The evening breeze carried whispers of change as he landed on a sturdy branch nearby. Oliver's eyes, glowing like warm honey in the twilight, gazed kindly at Melody. "Hello, dear Melody," he hooted softly. His voice was gentle but carried the weight of many seasons. "I've come to share something important with you." The magpie tilted her head, curious about this unexpected visitor who seemed to carry the wisdom of the entire forest in his ancient eyes. Oliver began to speak of days long past, when our forest sparkled with nature's own treasures. Morning dewdrops turned spider webs into diamond necklaces. Sunlight danced like golden coins on the babbling stream. And when darkness fell, fireflies painted the air with their magical glow. These wonders, dear Melody, were gifts meant for all to enjoy, not to be collected and hidden away. The wise owl's words floated through the evening air like seeds on the wind. True beauty, Melody, lives in the healthy forest around us, in the birds that sing, the flowers that bloom, and the streams that flow freely. When we take these treasures for ourselves alone, we rob others of joy. Oliver's message settled gently in Melody's heart, planting the first seeds of understanding. Chapter 4. The Great Forest Meeting. In the meadow clearing beneath the warm morning sun, Melody the magpie perched on a fallen log. She had called every forest creature to gather here, from the tiniest ladybug to the tallest deer. Her heart felt heavy with the weight of what she needed to say. Looking at all the faces before her, she knew it was time. "I'm so sorry," Melody began, her voice trembling slightly. "My collection, my love for shiny things, has made such a mess of our beautiful forest. I see now how my actions have affected all of you. Your homes, your paths, our lovely forest." But her voice grew stronger. "I want to make things right. Will you help me clean up and restore our home together?" The forest fell silent for a moment. Then Oliver the owl hooted wisely. "Dear Melody, we appreciate your honesty. And I have an idea. Instead of just cleaning up, why don't we transform these items into useful things for our forest?" The creative beaver's eyes lit up. "Yes, we could build recycling stations throughout the woods." The other animals began nodding enthusiastically. Soon ideas buzzed through the air like excited honeybees. The industrious ants marched forward. "We'll sort all the materials by type," they declared proudly. The artistic butterflies fluttered about, "and we can turn the prettiest recyclables into decorations for the forest." Everyone had something to contribute. The meadow clearing filled with chatter and laughter as they planned their grand forest restoration project together. Chapter 5. Creativity in Action. The forest buzzed with productive activity as animals worked together in the most remarkable ways. Melody the magpie led the effort, using her excellent eyesight to spot and collect scattered items throughout the trees. Her keen eyes found treasures hidden in every corner, and she called out excitedly to her friends whenever she discovered something useful. The clever beavers had the most wonderful idea. They gathered metal cans and carefully arranged them into beautiful garden borders, creating raised beds perfect for planting. The rabbits hopped over eagerly, their paws full of wildflower seeds. Together they planted rows of colourful blooms that would soon transform the forest floor into a carpet of beauty and fragrance. High in the trees, the squirrels discovered strips of colourful plastic and began weaving them together with nimble paws. Soon, sturdy ropes took shape, perfect for creating swing bridges between the tallest oaks. The resourceful mice collected tiny bottle caps, transforming each one into a miniature bird bath where their feathered friends could splash and play in the warm sunshine. The crafty spiders had perhaps the most magical idea of all. They carefully incorporated safe pieces of glass into their webs, creating natural prisms that caught the sunlight. Rainbow colours danced throughout the forest as each creature contributed their unique skills. What once was trash had become forest treasures, proving that creativity and teamwork could transform anything into something beautiful. Chapter 6. The Sparkling New Forest. As golden sunlight poured through the trees, something magical happened in the whispering woods. Every creature stopped and stared in amazement. The forest had transformed overnight into the most wonderful place anyone had ever seen. Recycled bottle caps became stepping stones across puddles. Old tin cans turned into colourful flower pots hanging from branches. Even broken mirrors created dancing light patterns on tree trunks. Wind chimes made from reformed spoons, and keys sang gentle melodies in the morning breeze. Melody the magpie watched as butterflies landed on sculptured perches crafted from her old collection. Bird families nested in cosy homes woven from repurposed ribbons and string. The stream that once carried trash now sparkled like diamonds, so clear you could count every pebble on its bottom. Fish swam happily beneath the surface. Everywhere Melody looked, she saw her treasures given new life. A family of mice played in a playground made from bottle tops and twigs. Squirrels stored acorns in containers fashioned from her collected trinkets. The wise owl perched on a beautiful branch decorated with reformed metal pieces that caught the light. This wasn't just a forest anymore. It was a masterpiece of creativity where every creature had contributed something special. Melody's heart swelled with joy as she realized the truth. By sharing her collection instead of hoarding it, she had created something far more precious than any pile of shiny objects. The Whispering Woods had become a home where everyone belonged, where old things found new purpose, and where working together made magic happen. The forest sang with life, beauty, and the happiness of a community united. Chapter 7. Melody's New Mission. Melody the magpie woke each morning with a sparkle in her eye and purpose in her heart. No longer did she hoard treasures selfishly. Now, as the forest's official recycling coordinator, she flew from tree to tree, teaching young rabbits, squirrels, and birds about caring for their woodland home. Her collection had transformed into something far more precious. Every Tuesday became Forest Adventure Day. Melody would gather all the young animals for their weekly clean-up expedition. They'd search high and low for any stray wrappers or bottles that might have blown into their woods. But this wasn't just cleaning. It was treasure hunting. Each found item became raw material for wonderful creations. Old bottle caps became stepping stones for ant highways. News of the Whispering Woods spread far and wide. Animals from distant forests came to learn Melody's recycling secrets. The wise owl smiled proudly as visitors marveled at flower pots made from old containers and bird feeders crafted from plastic bottles. The forest sparkled not with litter, but with creativity and care. Melody had discovered that sharing knowledge was the shiniest gift of all. As the sun set each day, Melody perched on her favorite branch, watching her friends play in their beautiful, clean forest. She still loved shiny things that would never change, but now she understood that the brightest treasures weren't objects to keep. They were the smiling faces of friends, the laughter of playing children, and a healthy forest that would thrive for generations to come.